Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to a weekly vlog. It has been a little while since I have filmed or uploaded a weekly vlog. I filmed one more recently than I've uploaded one. I just never got it up to you guys. But I took a 2-week break from vlogging and now I am back. I have missed it and I'm excited to share with you guys my reading. So I have one book that I'm in the middle of, 2 books technically that I'm in the middle of, and a few books that I would like to start this week. And then I just bought some new books today, so I figured I would show those ones off in this vlog. So the first book that I picked up today was The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I have the audiobook of this, but I love the physical copy of this. It is just a beautiful, gorgeous copy, and I definitely wanted one for myself, so I decided to pick this up. It is a YA fantasy. That's really all I know. I've heard really good things, but I've also heard some mixed reviews on this one, so I'm excited to give this one a go. Hopefully I can get around to it ASAP. And then I also picked up Mistletoe and Mr. Right by Sarah Morgenthaler. That's a long last name that I'm sure I didn't pronounce right. This is the wrong time to be reading this book. I'm not going to read it anytime soon. I will save it for the winter season, but it just looked so cute and I couldn't pass it up. It is the same author of The Tourist Attraction that published another wintry time, like I think it was Alaska setting, last year, and I've heard really good things about that one. So when I saw this one, I was like, I'll pick it up. Hopefully it's good. I don't really know about the synopsis of it. It has Christmas and it's romance. That's all I needed to hear. So yeah. Those are 2 books that I just recently picked up. And then the book that I'm currently in the middle of is All the Tides of Faith. All the Tides of Fate by Adeline Grace. I say this name wrong every single time, but I am currently 192 pages into it. I have $2. I can't talk today. I have 2 days left on my audiobook for this one, so I really need to get around to finishing this one. This one I'm hoping to sit down right now and just listen to the audiobook. I'm hoping to get my bullet journal done for May. I haven't even started it and it's the 10th of the month already. So I did this last month where I didn't do my bullet journal until well into the month as well, but I keep getting like distracted and not getting it done in time, so hopefully I can do that. It's a pretty easy theme this month, so I'm hoping to listen to that one. I also started Nubia. This is a graphic novel about a Black female superhero. So I started reading this one the other day and didn't get a chance to finish it. The only problem is this one was for my prompt to read a book in a day, for my bingo prompt. So I'm going to have to pick a new book to read in a day, seeing as I already started this one and I didn't finish it the day I started it. So, but that's okay. I still really want to read that one, and I got that as a gift from Sterling, so I do want to get around to that one ASAP. I would also like to pick up Ninth House this week by Leigh Bardugo. I am excited to get around to this one. It's a dark academia, school setting, fantasy with secret societies and a murder mystery going on. I've heard mixed reviews on this one, so I'm excited to see where I land and if I end up loving it as much as some people have, and hopefully I don't end up hating it as much as other people have. So we'll definitely see about that one. And then if I have time, I would also like to read The Death of Vivek Oji by Akiki Emezi. This is the author of Pet, and that was one of my favorite books of last year, so I'm really excited to give this one a go. Their writing is so great, and I'm really excited to give them another try. So those are all the books that I'm hoping to read, have started, and have hauled in the last day. I did haul some other books this week, so if I have a chance to show you guys in this vlog, I will let you guys know. But other than that, that is the start of this video. I missed you guys so much. Happy to be back, and I will talk to you guys when I have a reading update. Hi guys. Okay, so I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a quick update. I didn't talk to you yesterday. I filmed a video and I promptly, went to bed. I was like, I'm over this. So I ended up not really doing much yesterday, but I did get home today and finish up All the Tides of Fate. I want to call this All the Tides of Faith every time, and I know it's not that, but every time I say it wrong. All the Tides of Fate. So, change of clothes and angle and everything like that, because I was editing this video and I realized that my thoughts on this book here, I filmed it in slow-mo. So I figured I would tell you guys my thoughts on this book in real time. Great. So I ended up giving this book a 4-star. I thought that it was a lot better than the first book. I felt like the first book was lacking a lot of what I was wanting from the book that I got a little bit more in this book. I don't think I explained the synopsis when I first gave you guys my thoughts, but the first book follows Amora, who is the heir to the throne. She is an anomancer. I don't remember how they pronounce that word, but she's basically has the ability to perform soul magic as well as blood and bone magic. With her soul magic, she can peer into people's souls and see their true intentions, but with her blood and bone magic, she's able to use blood and bones to torture and kill the people around her. And so she is about to step up to the throne, but before she does that, she has to go through an initiation ceremony and show the kingdom that she is able to control the magic that she has been given. And so on the day of her initiation ceremony, things go terribly wrong, and she is now on the run for her life, basically. She ends up finding out that there's more to this kingdom that she is destined to rule than she had originally thought. And now she's destined not only to save the kingdom, but also to prove to the kingdom that she is capable of taking control of her magic. She ends up on a pirate ship with a crew of a pirate, a mermaid herself, and her fiance, who she is betrothed to but doesn't really love in that way. And I really enjoyed the first book, but I needed more. I wanted a little bit more of the angst between the private character and Amora. I wanted some more of page time with the characters that I really loved, aka Ferric, who is her betrothed, as well as the mermaid, V. I forget her name, but she calls her V. And I just didn't get that. But in here, I got a lot more of that, and I really enjoyed the book. However, I found that the character was my new favorite word. She was insufferable, and she just made some really stupid decisions, and being in her head was just frustrating for a good portion of the book. And it was just like she wanted something that didn't make sense, that didn't at all make sense for the ideals and goals that she wanted for her kingdom, but she kept hanging on to this ideal that this was what she was going to do. And it was just so frustrating to watch her make stupid decisions, and eventually she, that didn't end up being the case, but it was just very frustrating to see it come together. But at the end, I really enjoyed how things wrapped up. I think it was one of those duologies that kind of, wraps up in a pretty bow and is nice and tidy and clean, which, I don't necessarily not like. It just is something to think about. I think that fantasy books are very, I don't know, sometimes I wish that things didn't always end so predictably and so easy, and you don't have to fight for it. She didn't really have to fight for what she ended up getting in the end. So that was my only qualm with it, or else I would have probably given it a little bit more, like 4.5, but it just barely scraped a 4, and I did enjoy it, just not as much as I could have wanted, and I definitely enjoyed it more than the first book. So yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts. Hopefully this is not in slow-mo, so I don't know how I did that, but thoughts on that are done.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'm a
Okay, so it is currently like 2 something in the morning, I don't even know. 2:37 in the morning, and I've just been chilling. I actually didn't do too much reading. I did pick up Ninth House. I read 43 pages. I physically read the first 29 pages, and then I switched over to the audiobook, hoping that I would understand the book a little bit more, because the beginning of the book is kind of confusing, and I don't quite understand what I'm reading. I also am not loving it. It's very input on me. It's very detail focused on things that I don't think matter. Like, I don't really care about the history of Yale that you've made up to fit your needs. Like, I don't care. I mean, I'm only 40 pages in, so I don't really have like an attachment to the characters, but I promised myself that I would give myself until like the 150 page mark, and then if I'm not loving it, I'm gonna DNF it, because I just don't have time to read books I don't like. That's just that. It's just it. I have so many other books that I want to read, and if I'm not gonna love it, like, I'm not gonna force myself to read it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with this one. Hopefully I start to like it more, but not sold. But yeah, that is my update now. I've been sitting here watching booktube videos, trying to catch up on my watch later. But now that it's thoroughly late, I'm gonna go to bed and I will talk to you guys in the morning.
I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change.
Hey y'all, happy Wednesday afternoon. It is currently 1:50-ish. I'm just getting ready to sit down and do my therapy session. It's been interesting. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. It's been an interesting couple of weeks for my mental health, so therapy session is needed, I think. But yeah, I just had my iced coffee. I'm just about to sit down and do that. I literally haven't done anything all day. I woke up at, don't judge me, I woke up at 11:30. I woke up at 11:30 and I watched booktube for like 2.5 hours. I'm really trying to catch up on my watch later. I have like 130 videos on there and I'm like really trying to catch up. Like I'm trying. I'm working my butt off trying to get to the end of here, but I just don't have the time. You know, I don't have the time to do all of it. I was supposed to upload a video today and I didn't get that done. So there will only be one video this week, which is very disappointing. I'm sorry, but it is what it is at this point. I just don't have the energy anymore. I just don't. Y'all, I'm struggling. So that's my update. I will do some reading on my way to and from work today. I'm going to go in just for 2 hours today. So I believe I'm either going to listen to The Death of Yvette OG, or I just realized that I also have the audiobook for Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, as well as the audiobook for Only Mostly Devastated. And I'm kind of feeling more of a romance, so I might do Only Mostly Devastated for my audiobook to and from work, just because I don't feel like listening to a mystery at the moment. So I don't know, the books on my TBR aren't like calling to me, which is sad, but I'll get through them all. It's just like I haven't been like compelled to pick any of them up, like, you know, with a lot of passion, you know, with a lot of gusto. But here we are, struggling. So I'll talk to you when I have something exciting to say, which none of my life is exciting anymore. So that's a relative term, but I will talk to you guys when I talk to you. Hi guys, I'm just coming home from work after working a 2-hour shift, so I just wanted to give you guys an update on what I decided to read on my way to and from work today. And I picked up Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I read like 4 chapters before I left for work with my 30 minutes that I had before I had to leave after my therapy appointment, and then my time to and from work, and I'm already on page 128, a good chunk of the way through this. Well, I am enjoying the book so far. This follows a girl named Aza who really struggles with anxiety and OCD, and I love the fact that this book has representation for that. I think that it's really interesting. There's also like a missing person mystery type thing going on where there is a reward if you find information that helps apprehend the person that's missing. They have a warrant out for their arrest, and it just so happens to be one of Ava's friends from summers ago when she went to 2 years of like summer camp for like individuals that lost a parent. That way they had people that could relate to them. So his name is Davis and his dad is the one that is missing. And so it also kind of talks about that a little bit. But the problem that I have with this book is I struggle with anxiety and excessive worrying, as well as a little bit of OCD. So this is really triggering for me. The representation is a little bit too good and I feel very uncomfortable reading this book. I think that it's a wonderful exploration of what it's like to live in the brain of somebody that has excessive OCD. I don't have OCD tendencies as much as this main character does, and so I relate to some of it and I don't relate to all of it, but I really relate to like the intrusive thoughts, as well as like just the severe anxiety around intrusive thoughts, and how sometimes you get something so stuck in your mind that you just can't get it out. And so some of the stuff in here is like just a little bit too close to home. But then she also talks about this one habit that she has of putting pressure on her middle finger to remind herself that she is real. But she's done this so many times that it's now calloused, and when she does that, she breaks open the skin and pushes out blood. And it's talked about in great detail, and every time she talks about it, I get queasy and like sick to my stomach. So I'm having a tough time with this book, and I think that it is an interesting book, but I also think that the actual storyline of it is a little bit unrealistic. Not the representation, I think that that's great, but the actual storyline that's following this missing person is just a little bit unrealistic, and I'm not quite understanding where this is going. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a metaphor for other things in life, or if John Green just decided to tell this story in a weird way, but I just don't find it super realistic. So I'm battling between liking it, being triggered by it, and not quite understanding the believability of the story. So that's my thoughts about that. I could definitely finish it today if I want to, but I have like this sick stomach feeling after listening to this book, so I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from this and read some more tomorrow. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I might pick up Nubia. I am 61 pages into this one, and I would really like to finish it. It's a graphic novel, so I really don't know why I haven't already finished this, but I haven't. And then I was going to pick up Only Mostly Devastated today, but the audiobook is no longer available through Libby, so now I am on hold for this. I'm hoping to get my hold in about a week or two, so hopefully I can still read that one, because that is my LGBTQI plus rep book for the month. I don't know if The Death of Vivek Oji is LGBTQI plus. I have to look into that, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. And then I haven't finished any more of Ninth House or read any more of Ninth House, but I plan on doing that a little bit later today. So those are my thoughts. I need to go to Target to get some essentials, so I might bring you guys along and maybe take a look at the book section while I'm there, because you know I can't ever not look at it. So yeah, that's my very long, chatty, rambly update, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I just wanted to come on here really quickly, and I know that at the beginning of this video, I think I might have said that I was going to show you guys some of the books that I purchased before I started this vlog. So I figured, since I had them out and I was doing some stuff with them, that I figured that I would show them to you guys. So I have a few books here that I picked up from work and a few books that I picked up from Amazon. So I will share those with you now. So the first one I have here I picked up from work, and that is Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. Tell me why. I own almost every single Frederick Bachman book, and I haven't read a single one. Does anybody know? No? Okay, good. This one follows a bank heist that ends up at a open house where the robbers have fled to, and now all the people that are in this open house are in danger, but it's also supposed to be like a comedy, so I've heard good things. I also picked up More Than This by Patrick Ness, and the back of this just sounded really good. It says, a boy named Stephen drowns, desperate and alone in his final moments, but when he wakes, he is naked, thirsty, starving, but alive. How is this possible? He remembers dying, his bones breaking, his skull dashed upon the rocks. So how is he here? And where is this place? The street seems familiar, but everything is abandoned, overgrown, covered in dust. What is going on? Is it real, or has he woken up in his own personal hell? Seth begins to search for answers, hoping desperately that there must be more to this life, or perhaps this afterlife. So this one just sounds really interesting and eerie and creepy, so really excited to get to that one. And then I picked up 4 books from Amazon. The first one being Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palpretto. I've heard really good things about this series. It is a series that has to do with Phoenix writers and women Phoenix writers. I don't really know much more than that. On the back here it says, I am the daughter of death. From the ashes I rose, like a phoenix from the pyre? Sure. I've heard really good things about this one. I know that I am getting the 3rd book in the series via Owlcrate, so I figured I'd pick up the first one because I had it on my wish list for quite some time. I just never got around to picking it up, so I figured that this would be the time to do so. And then I also picked up the 2nd book in the David Baugh trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. This first book follows Shazi, I think. Is that her name? I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. And she is... What am I trying to say? She has the ability to sense people's hurts, qualms, health, and she uses that to con people into believing that they are sicker than they are, and using somebody's apothecary to have them spend more money, in which the apothecary and her split the sales. But during one of her cons, she ends up summoning a Jinn warrior, and she is thrown into this world of politics and craziness that she didn't even know about. And they go on a journey to the city of Brass, aka the city of what? AKA the city of David Baugh, and you run into a few more characters that you get different perspectives from. I really enjoyed the first book in the series, and I'm really excited to move on to the 2nd book. This copy is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love the purple. I love the blue. I love the iridescentness. It's gorgeous. I also picked up In an Absent Dream by Shauna Maguire. This is the 4th book in the Wayward Children series. The Wayward Children series follows kids that go into portal worlds that are very different and very strange. Some are nonsensical, some are very logical. I couldn't think of I cannot today. I just cannot. And for some reason or another, they get kicked out, or they have left the world and they're trying to figure out ways to get back. And each book follows different characters, and they're either in different worlds or at the house where they originate. And this is the 4th book. I didn't love the 3rd book, but I have really liked the rest of the books in the series so far, so I'm excited to get to book 4. And then, no one is surprised, I bought A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas in the hardcover edition. This is what the spine looks like. It is absolutely stunning. I actually, you know, unpopular opinion, I love the new covers. I even like the really bright, colorful ones that are paperbacks. I really enjoy them. Eventually, I'll get those ones too, but don't tell anybody. But I really, really enjoy this hardcover, and I wanted to continue to complete my collection of the hardcovers for the series, so I got this one. All right, that is my book haul for the last couple of days of the ones that I didn't quite get around to showing you guys, and I'll talk to you guys when I have a reading update. So, bye until then. Hey y'all, listen, I went to Target and I forgot to share my experience with you, but I did buy 2 books. 2 books. Look at me go, look at me go. Here we have The Cost of Knowing. This is by Brittany Morris. This is the author of Slay that I read last year and loved, and this is her new release, and this sounds so good. I'm gonna read the synopsis for you. The synopsis. It says, 16-year-old Alex Rufus is trying his best. He tries to be the best employee he can be at the local ice cream shop, the best boyfriend he can be to his amazing girlfriend Talia, the best protector he can be for his little brother Isaiah. But as much as Alex tries, he often comes up short. It's hard for him to be present when every time he touches an object or a person, Alex sees into its future. When he touches a scoop, he has a vision of him using it to scoop ice cream. When he touches his car, he sees it years from now, totaled and underwater. When he touches Talia, he sees them at the precipice of a breakup, and that terrifies him. Alex feels the visions are a curse, distracting him, making him anxious and unable to live an ordinary life. And when Alex touches a photo that gives him a vision of his brother's imminent death, everything changes. With Alex now in the race against time, death, and circumstances, he and Isaiah must grapple with their past, their future, and what it means to be a young black man in America in the present. That sounds amazing. The front here says the past is only half your story. It just sounds like it's going to be a fantastic book. Brittany Morris's last book also tackled, you know, growing up in America as a black individual. In Slay, it was a black female character, and now it is two black male main characters. And I'm really excited to give this one a go. So there's that one. And then I picked up Ember of Night by Molly E. Lee. The little front here says, some days are hell, some days hell finds you. So I'll read the synopsis for this. I am a weed, unloved by an abusive alcoholic dad, unwanted by my classmates, unnoticed by everyone else. But I'd suffer anything to give my kid sister a better life. The minute I turn 18, I'm getting us the hell out of here. And some hot stranger telling me I am the key to stopping a war between heaven and hell isn't going to change that. Let the world crumble and burn for all I care. Draven is relentless though, and very much a liar. Every time his sexy lips are moving, I can see it. In the dip of his head, in the grit of his jaw, even if my heartbeat begs me to ignore the signs. So what does he want? I need to figure it out, because now everyone is gunning for me. And damn if I don't want to show them what happens when you let weeds thrive in the cracks of the pavement. We grow powerful enough to shatter the whole foundation. That last 2 lines. Oh, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll take it. It sounds like it's going to be amazing fantasy, and I want all of it. So thank you for that. 2 books to add to my TBR, not that I needed them, but I'm going to add those to my spreadsheets, get all of that taken care of, put the books back on the shelf where they have a temporary home, because nothing has a permanent home in my shelves anymore. And that's what I'm going to do. And then I think I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to try to do some reading at least. And I will chat with you guys after that.
Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no wonder right to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change.
Hello friends, happy Friday evening, like late evening. It's much later than last time I filmed. The last thing I think I filmed was me at Barnes & Noble, and you guys saw in that little clip in that little montage of what I picked up, but I decided I would actually show you guys. So both of these books I have been wanting for a little while, and I saw it at Barnes & Noble, and I decided, why the heck not? So I picked up Upon a Burning Throne by Ashok K. Baker. This is an Indian-inspired fantasy written by an Indian author. And I just heard really good things about this one. It is an adult fantasy, and I'm really, really excited to give this one a go. Honestly, when I first heard about this, I was pulled in by the cover. This cover is everything and a half, but I was just really intrigued by it, and so I decided to read more into it. It just sounds like it's going to be really good. I'm going to read off of the back of the book because I am not good at summarizing adult fantasy books, but it says, in a world where demigods and demons walk among mortals, the emperor of the vast burnt empire has died, leaving a turbulent realm without an empire. Two young princes, Adri and Shavat, are in line to rule, but birthright does not guarantee inheritance, for any successor must sit upon the legendary burning throne and pass the test of fire. Imbued with a dark sorcery, the thorn is a crucible, one that incinerates the worthy. Adri and Shavat pass the test and are declared heirs to the empire, but there is another with a claim to the power, another who has also survived, a girl from an outlying kingdom. When this girl, whose father is the powerful demon lord Drusun, is denied her claim by the interim leaders, Drusum, I can't talk, declares war, vowing to tear the burnt empire apart, leaving the young princes, Audrey and Shavat, to rule a shattered realm embroiled in rebellion and chaos. So that was a tough one for me to get through, but it just sounds like it's going to be so freaking good, and I really want to give this one a go. The other one that I picked up, another chunky beast of a book, is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I've heard fantastic things about this book, and it's a tome. It's huge. However, the thing that is kind of like making me feel like I can get through this book is I read House of Earth and Blood, which is 799 pages, and this is only 804 pages. So it's not even that much more pages than that one, and I got through that one just fine. I even reread it, and I was just fine. So I really shouldn't be afraid of big tomes like this, but I am really excited to give this one a go. I'm not even going to read the synopsis. Dragons, standalone fantasy. I've heard it's amazing. That's all I need to know about that one. So if you want to know more about this one, I'll leave it in the description box below if you want to go check out the synopsis for this. But this cover is stunning. I've heard good things. It has dragons. That's all I needed, and I want to read it. So that is my update. I haven't done any reading today, so I'm going to sit down and do some reading now. Actually get some stuff done because I feel like I'm dragging on this TBR, and wow, what the heck? I am not enjoying it. I did get my audiobook approved though for A Never Ending Ashes by Sabbath Here, so I could also listen to that. I still haven't even picked up more of Ninth House. I haven't finished Nubia. I'm spiraling, and I really need some help. So I'm gonna sit down and try to focus on Turtles All the Way Down, hopefully finish this one tonight, and then I can decide what I want to read moving forward. Last night I did do some live streams with my friends. They're on the Tube. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. But I picked up The Cost of Knowing, which I hauled earlier this week, and I got the audiobook approved through the library. So I read 72 pages of this, and it's really interesting. But I want to focus a little bit more on my TBR, and then I can go back to this one. So that is my update. I'm going to sit down and try to finish this one, and I will talk to you guys, hopefully, when this book is done.
I can help you out. 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 Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no.
Okay, hi guys. I was just about to head off to bed, take off my hair, get comfortable, and then I realized I still need to update you guys on Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I did finish it. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was a really, really well done book. I think that all of the reviews and thoughts that I heard about this book are so spot on and true. I think this is one of the best books that I've ever read that depicts mental health. I feel like this is more of an extreme in regards to mental health and OCD and intrusive thoughts and anxiety. However, I feel like for those people that I do identify with this type of OCD and this type of anxiety disorder, I think that it is super spot on. It's something that I definitely related with, and it was very, very hard for me to read and get through. But when I got to the end, it really is a story about, you know, hope and like understanding that mental health isn't linear, and it isn't easy, and it isn't a quick fix. And it's, for most people, it's something that you struggle with your entire life, and learning how to find ways to cope with that, and figuring out a proper way to find help, and understanding what it means to live with a mental health issue. And it was just so well done. I really enjoyed it. There were some really beautiful quotes in here. I think that John Green did a wonderful job at depicting this. I know that he also suffers from OCD and anxiety, so I think that you know, he really did this justice, especially seeing as its own voices. So I think that it was really well done. It was really hard for me to read, really hard for me to get through, but I couldn't give it less than a 5-star, knowing how much I think this will mean to many, many, many more people that read it in the future. I think this is one of those books that stands the test of time. And the actual like plot of the book wasn't my favorite, but the message behind the idea of mental health was done really, really well, and I really enjoyed it. So really glad that I read it. I'm now slowly getting through my TBR. It feels like I am struggling with almost every book that I pick up recently, so I'm hoping that I can read a book, I can pick something up and just love it. I'm hoping to pick up The Ember and the Ashes soon, and hopefully I will just like dive into that one and really enjoy it. But yeah, I finished that. I'm glad that I finished it. I'm glad that I took something away from it, and I will definitely be keeping this one because I feel like this is a book that you can reread and get a ton out of it every single time you read it. So really happy that I read that. I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm gonna do the laundry, go to bed, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
If you don't wanna change.
Hi there, guys. It is Saturday evening, night, something, and I just wanted to come on here and give you guys an update. Sorry, I sneezed and now I'm back. I wanted to give you guys an update. I have been reading quite a few things in the last couple of days, and nothing has really been calling to me. Hold on, I must readjust. Nothing's really been calling to me. Nothing's really been, you know, calling my name, screaming, Kaylani, read me. But I read some more of Nubia last night. I read to page 124, and then I plan on finishing this one tonight. I have I would say like about 50 pages left before, maybe a little bit more than 50 pages before I finish this one. So I'm really excited to get that one done. I am enjoying it. I'm reading it in small bursts for some reason, which is not usually my go-to when it comes to graphic novels, but it is what it is on that one. I still haven't picked up any more of Ninth House or The Cost of Knowing, but I do need to read that one soon. And then the two audiobooks that I have through my library that are going to be up soon are An Ember in the Ashes and The Death of Vivek Oji. So I really need to get around to these ones like ASAP. So hopefully I can get those done soon. And then because I don't have any other books that are on my, you know, library list that I really need to get to for my TBR, I also picked up Redwood and Ponytail by K.A. Holt. This is a ARC that I picked up at the store, and it is a female-female romance written in verse. I sat down and read it for literally 5 minutes, and I already made it to page 32. I was listening to the audiobook of it, and so far it's good. I'm a little confused as to where it's going, but it's good. I like the imagery that the poetry is putting together and how it's being told. I'm really enjoying that. So yeah, I just have that one, and then the only other two physical books on my TBR that I would like to get to this month are Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez and Becoming by Michelle Obama. This is my nonfiction pick, and this was originally my LGBTQI plus pick that I put polls up on my Instagram of which ones I should read this month. So I would also like to get both of these ones done this month, but we'll see about that. But other than that, I don't have any books. I don't have any books to read. No, I have a ton of books to read. I just don't know what I want to read. So that's kind of what's going on right now, and I don't feel like reading anything. I don't know if it's a slump or if it's just like none of the books are really doing it for me. I don't really know, but I'm having a hard time. So that's what I'm doing. That's where my mind's at. I just went and had a bomb ass dinner. We went to Kick and Crab, and it's like boiling crab. I don't really know. It's like one of those things where they put the food out on the table and you eat your seafood, and it's a seafood boil. I don't know if boiling crab is everywhere, but they have lots of places like it elsewhere, and it was so good. But now I'm really full and tired, and I don't want to do anything But I think that I'm gonna sit down and read this because I have to redo a book that I read in one day, and this definitely could be the one. It seems like it's pretty easy to get through, and it shouldn't take me too long to read. So I think I'm gonna sit down and finish this one, and then hopefully finish Nubia tonight, and then hopefully make a dent on one of the other books that I need to read this month, and then I'll feel a little bit more productive because I feel like I haven't gotten anything done. So I'm done being chatty. I'm actually gonna go read now, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit.
I can help you out. 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 We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go.
Hi guys, you feel very far away and probably crooked, but we need to talk. First of all, let's talk about some good things, and then I'm going to talk about my decision that I have made regarding a book that I am currently reading. So, I picked up and finished Redwood and Ponytail by K.A. Holt. This, I found out, was actually a middle grade about a coming-of-age story of two girls that are figuring out their sexuality and figuring out how to mean so much to each other when the people around you and your family and society expect so much from you and expect you to be a certain thing. And it's really just like a coming of age story, and it's really cute, really awesome. It's told in verse, so it was a really, really quick read. There's also what feels like mixed media, but I think it's more like, it's like just like little poetry, but like you'll see these like different little pages in here of the community speaking about the characters in like this really wonderful prose and just like metaphor of speaking about these characters. And it was just really well done. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4-star. I think that it was really beautiful. I think that for middle grade readers, this is a perfect book to read, and it's really easy to get through. I really enjoyed it. I think that it was very relatable for some people that, do have a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Constructed idea of what people in society should be, and gender roles and things like that, and how much of that falls on the weight of the kids that experience wanting to be different and knowing that that's okay, and you're not wrong for choosing to want to be in a relationship with someone of the same sex. And I really loved it. I think that it was done really well. I really enjoyed it. Really glad that I read that. I actually read 2 back-to-back LGBTQI plus books because I finished Nubia. And this is by L.L. McKinney and Robin Smith, and I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It was so good. To have representation for a Black female superhero is fantastic, but this book really does tackle and talks about at the same time. It really tackles the idea of what it's like to have the ability to do something great, but when everyone is against you, and when the cards are stacked against you, and when society is built to see you fail as a Black individual, but on top of that, a Black female individual, and how much of a threat that you pose to society when you're doing your best just to help the people around you, and how dangerous and scary that can be. It was so well done. It was beautiful. Thank you so much, Sterling, for gifting this to me. I enjoyed my reading experience so much, and I'm actually really glad that I took my time. It was really well done. There is some LGBTQI plus rep in this book, and I thought that it was done very well. There's also some trigger warnings in here for sexual assault, as well as police brutality, gun violence, so go into it with some knowledge of that, but I think that it was really well done. The art style in here was fantastically cute. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad that I read it. That being said, let's talk about what I decided. I feel a reading slump coming on, and if I'm not careful about the books that I'm picking up and where my excitement lies, I'm going to fall into a reading slump. And so I've decided that as of right now, I'm going to DNF 9th House. I'm only 40 pages in. This is not a hard DNF. This is going to go into my pile of shame. I will pick it back up when I'm in the right mindset to read this, but I am not excited to pick this up, and I don't want to be in a reading slump. I have so many fantastic reading plans and so many things that I want to get done, and I just don't want to be bogged down by something that I'm not enjoying. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to pick it back up when I'm ready. It it is what it is. I'm happy with myself with reading my own mood and emotions and knowing when it's time to put things down and pick up something that I'm really excited for. I have been wanting to pick up Never in the Ashes for so long, but I didn't want to pick up another book because I was already in the middle of so many. But since I finished 2 books, I'm still in the middle of one more, but this is kind of one that I'm just gonna read when I have the time. This is one that's actually on my TBR and really need to finish. So now I'm really excited. I can make some time for this one. Still need to read this. Not really in the mood for a thriller at the moment, but I will figure out a time to pick this up. It's a short read. An author that I have loved before, so I think that I'm really going to enjoy this one. I just got to find the right time to pick this one up. But that is my decision. I sound really disgusting because it's super late. It's almost 1:30 in the morning, and my throat is shot. But I'm going to maybe read a little bit of Never in the Ashes before I head off to bed, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello, friends. Happy Monday evening. I'm just coming on here to close out this vlog. I just want to share with you guys the books that I finished, the books that I'm in the middle of, and my plans for moving forward. If you guys want to stay up on my reading journey for the month of May, feel free to stay tuned for next week's vlog. But the 3 books that I finished finished all the way through this week were Turtles All the Way Down. I gave this a 4-star, 5-star? 5-star, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fantastic book. It was super well done. The representation in here for OCD and anxiety was super, super well done, and it was just so really interesting to watch a book like this come together and to see it through. Even though this book did trigger me quite a bit in regards to my own anxiety and OCD, I really enjoyed the representation. I really enjoyed how real it felt, and I think this is a wonderful book for those individuals out there that do suffer with OCD and anxiety. So very well done. Really glad that I read that. I also read and finished Nubia, the real one by L.L. McKinney and Robin Smith. This is a graphic novel about a Black female superhero. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. It was fantastic. It does handle some harder topics such as police brutality, racism, microaggressions, different things like that. Also sexual assault. So go in there with some caution, but I really enjoyed it. It was a fantastic graphic novel. I'm hoping that they'll do another one because I really enjoyed it. So really happy about that. And then I picked up on a whim and read Redwood and Ponytail by K.A. Holt. This is a middle grade book that was told in verse that I gave a 4-star. I thought it was a very interesting middle grade book that talks about LGBTQI+, and I really loved the representation for, coming into your own and figuring out your sexuality and learning about yourself. And just, it was a really nice coming of age story, growing up and really trying to figure out how to make the decisions about who you are and who you choose to love and like when so many people around you are, putting their own ideas and wants and needs for you in your head. So it was really good, really enjoyed it. Fantastic middle grade, definitely recommend it for a younger audience. It was really good. And then I picked up and decided to DNF Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. It just wasn't the right time for me to read this. I still really want to read it, and I will definitely keep it on my shelves. I am just trying to listen to my mood and understand that this is just not the book for me right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one down for now and pick it up when I'm ready. And then the 2 books that I'm currently in the middle of that I am enjoying still, but I'm just trying to get my way through them, are Never in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I am now on page 101, and I am enjoying this. I think the storyline of this is really awesome. This follows, I'm not going to remember any of their names. Not a chance. Leia, hold on one second. Let me double check. Leia, and her brother has been kidnapped, and she is willing to do whatever it takes to get her brother back, even if that means spying for the resistance. And then you also follow another character named Elias, who is 2 days away from graduating from his rank in this army, but he has really strong feelings about where he's placed, and he doesn't love what the politics of this world is making him do. So he's going to run, but he ends up finding a reason to stay, and it's their 2 perspectives, and I'm assuming that they're going to be interlinked at some point, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm so far really enjoying it. I think the political standing of this is really awesome. I'm liking the writing style. The world building is really interesting. So I've been told to read this many a time, and I'm really glad that I finally picked it up. And then I also have picked up and read The Cost of Knowing by Brittany Morris. I am a little bit further into this now since I was listening to this on my way to and from work, but I am really enjoying this. This follows a boy named Alex who has the ability to see the future when he touches things, and he ends up seeing that his brother is going to die, and he's trying to do whatever he can to save his brother. And it's been really good so far. Really hard-hitting, very interesting, as well as just very sad because their parents have died and they're really struggling with their own grief on that and how they cope with that. So far so good. Really enjoying that. Can't wait to continue those. So that is my wrap up for the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you guys made it to the end of this video, leave a flower emoji. I know I do flowers all the time, but I'm just sitting by some flowers and that's what I saw. So leave a flower emoji if you made it to the end. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for your continued love and support. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.